The midnight knock on Route 66. It was 1:47 a.m. when Ethan Cole stopped his truck near an abandoned gas station on Old Route 66 in Arizona. Rain hammered the windshield. The radio kept cutting in and out with static. Ethan was a delivery driver. He drove long routes across America every week, carrying packages from one state to another. He hated night driving, but the money was better. That night, the GPS suddenly lost signal. Then his fuel light turned red. "Perfect," he muttered. Ahead, through the rain, he spotted an old gas station with a flickering open sign. The place looked dead. One pump, broken windows, a rusted Coca-Cola board hanging sideways. Still, it was the only place for miles. Ethan parked the truck and stepped out. The cold wind hit him instantly. The station door creaked open by itself. Inside, the lights buzzed weakly. An old man stood behind the counter. Thin, gray skin, sunken eyes. He didn't blink. "You're late," the man whispered. Ethan frowned. Late for what? The old man stared silently for a few seconds too long. Then he slowly smiled. "For the storm." Something about the smile felt wrong. Ethan ignored it. "Can I get gas?" The old man nodded toward the pump outside. "Pump works, but don't stay after 2 a.m. Ethan laughed nervously. "Why?" The man's expression disappeared. "Because they knock after 2. Lightning flashed outside. For a split second, Ethan thought he saw someone standing near his truck. Tall, completely still. But when thunder rolled, the figure was gone. Ethan quickly paid cash and walked back outside. The pump worked strangely fast. Too fast. The numbers spun wildly, even though the tank should have been almost full already. Then, knock. Ethan froze. Someone knocked on the other side of his truck. But there was nobody there. He slowly circled the vehicle. Empty road, empty desert. Nothing. Another lightning flash revealed footprints in the mud beside the truck. Bare feet. Large. Fresh. They led toward the darkness behind the station, and stopped suddenly, as if whoever made them had vanished. Ethan jumped back into the truck. The dashboard clock changed to 1:59 a.m. The old man inside the station suddenly shouted, "Lock your doors." The lights in the gas station went out instantly. Darkness swallowed everything. Then the knocking started again. Knock, knock, knock. This time from all sides of the truck. Ethan's breathing became heavy. He looked into the side mirror. Nothing. Rear mirror. Nothing. Then he heard a voice beside his ear. Soft, wet. "Let me in." Ethan screamed and looked around. Nobody inside. The knocking grew louder. Bang, bang, bang. The truck shook violently. Ethan started the engine and slammed the gas pedal. The truck sped onto the highway. But in the rearview mirror, something was running behind him. Not human. Its arms were too long, its legs bent backward like an animal, and it was smiling. A huge, impossible smile stretching across its face. It kept up with the truck easily. 70 miles per hour. 80. 81. Still running. Still smiling. The radio suddenly turned on by itself. A woman's voice whispered through static. "Don't let it see your eyes." Ethan immediately looked down. His hands trembled on the steering wheel. The creature slammed onto the roof of the truck. Boom. Metal dented above him. Long scratching sounds dragged across the roof. Then silence. Ethan didn't dare look up. The windshield slowly fogged from inside the truck. Words appeared on the glass. "Look at me." Ethan squeezed his eyes shut. The truck drifted across the road. Tires screeched. He nearly crashed into a guardrail. Then suddenly, everything stopped. No scratching. No knocking. Nothing. Ethan slowly opened his eyes. The storm was gone. The road was dry. Ahead, he saw a small motel glowing under neon lights. Miles Motel. He pulled in immediately. Inside, a tired-looking woman sat at the front desk watching an old TV. "You look awful," she said. Ethan nodded shakily. "There's something on the highway." The woman stared at him carefully. "Did you stop at Mercer Station?" Ethan's blood went cold. "How do you know that?" The woman didn't answer immediately. Instead, she opened an old newspaper clipping from beneath the desk. The headline read, "Family found dead on Route 66, 1987. Below the article was a photo. A gas station. The same one. Standing beside it was the old cashier, but the article said he died nearly 40 years ago. Ethan stepped backward. "No, that's impossible." The woman looked terrified now. "People still see him during storms. Travelers disappear after stopping there. Ethan's voice cracked. What was chasing me? The woman whispered. They call it the Smiling Man. Lightning flashed outside again. The motel lights flickered. Then, knock. Everyone froze. 3 slow knocks came from Ethan's motel room door upstairs. Knock, knock, knock. The woman's face turned pale. Don't open it. Ethan stared toward the staircase. Another knock echoed through the building. Then a voice. Soft, wet. Ethan. His heart stopped. How does it know my name? The woman grabbed his arm tightly. Because once it sees you. She swallowed hard. It never stops. The knocking became louder. Guests inside the motel began screaming. A man ran downstairs yelling, There's someone outside my window. The lights exploded. Darkness covered the motel. Only thunder remained. And somewhere upstairs, something laughed. A horrible, choking laugh. Ethan pulled out his phone flashlight and slowly aimed it toward the staircase. At the top step stood a tall figure, bent backward, smiling impossibly wide. Its eyes glowed white in the dark. And behind it stood dozens more smiling figures, watching silently, waiting. The flashlight died. The last thing Ethan heard before everything went black was the creature whispering,